This time I've got a Marley spoon box. This is 3 meals for 2 people. So, in this bag it looks like we've got all the meats. Lilydale free range chicken, that's good. The other one didn't specify, so I'm assuming it wasn't free range. One thing I did notice about Marley Spoon is that some of the recipes, and this may have been the case with HelloFresh too because I didn't see all of their recipes, but with Marley Spoon I didn't pick certain meals because I noticed that like it'd have 1 chicken breast between 2 people, and it's not like that's definitely not enough, but I just didn't think that it's as good value when a lot of other meal kits always have like 2 of each thing, you know. Here is what's inside them. Not the greatest quality ever, a little bit squishy. That looks like a small light meal for 2 people. And then these look very epic and heavy and huge portions, so they're not all really built the same. So I chopped my onions and they're making me cry. But I'm gonna add a bit more garlic because if all we have is turmeric and mint and garlic, I need more garlic than that. So I've chopped the veggies, got the chickpeas rinsed, and made the yogurt or sauce. There's a lot of mint in there. I just feel like the amount of time it took me, like it says only 25 minutes, but it took me 40. I don't really know how. I haven't tasted it yet, but I really like to season my fish and meat. I like to put a lot of seasonings in, so just to do turmeric, oil, salt and pepper is really difficult for me. I got to admit, I put a sprinkle of all-purpose seasoning just to give it something, and I put a bit of squeeze of lemon on my fish. But for me, that's practicing extreme restraint. So it is actually nice. It tastes really fresh. And it feels like clean eating.
It was alright. Just boring. Lifeless, yeah. Dry, sort of.
He says chickpeas are dry no matter what though. Making the chicken chorizo couscous. So we're going to do this one at the same time, completely together, and see if that saves any time, because I've found with these meal delivery service things that the amount of time it says it takes to cook them is always way less. We're getting through this pretty quick together. Picking that up. So it's all finished. Again, very, very, very big serve for 2 people. I've actually found that Marley Spoon's instructions have been easier to follow than HelloFresh, just a little bit. So that's the finished product. I'm definitely seeing a pattern now with Marley Spoon that it's a lot lighter flavors than HelloFresh was. So I just put a bit of lemon juice, more pepper, a bit more garlic and some stuff, and now it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to be cooking the fragrant beef pumpkin pilaf. Pilaf? Is that how you say that? Got all my veggies chopped. My pumpkin looks like triangles of cheese, but that's okay. I've put it exactly like this. So I got the peas out of the freezer. It said keep frozen, so I refroze them. However, they did not arrive to me frozen. They were completely thawed out, so I don't think they were supposed to be, and I refroze them. That's why they were called sort of like freezer burnt. I found this really, really, really hard to break up. Maybe it's just really lean mince. It's just different to the mince I've ever seen in Coles or Woolworths. Usually just with a little plastic spatula I'd be able to, that would just come in too, but it's still stuck together. Because I like to break up my meat really, 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 really tiny. And I like it to be very soft so that I kind of don't know it's there. And also, none of these recipe things that I've had delivered yet with any company ever get you to season the meat, and that's really important for me as someone who doesn't really love meat. But I think most people, even if they do like meat, would want a bit of extra flavor in there of some kind, not just, hi, I'm meat. So there it is. My pumpkin has gone like mash. I followed the time instructions. Maybe I cut them slightly too small. It's just not enough flavor for me again. It's very mild, sort of clean tasting flavors to me, which is a bit weird for like a pilaf with that kind of seasoning in it. So I'm just going to add a bit more stuff to it. So we're not super hungry, so this is a slightly larger portion. That's like a smaller portion because Dan is not super hungry, and then there's still a lot in here. If you had the full portion just between 2 people, it would be 895 calories, which is a pretty beefy meal. Yeah, it's something very different to what I would normally cook. It's pretty tasty after adding a bit more garlic powder, cumin, more pepper, things like that, and put a lot more parsley on mine. And I feel like it needs a bit of lemon juice too. I'm going to put a tiny bit of lemon juice on it, and then yeah, it's pretty good actually. So thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful again. I've been really enjoying doing these meal delivery kit review videos. I mean, I like to cook, I like to eat, so I may as well make a YouTube video out of it. So Marley spoon, would I buy Marley spoon again? No. It's not that I think this isn't a bad review. Neither was HelloFresh. I have seen the benefits of both of them and the downsides. I wouldn't get them again because A, I don't like following recipes, and I feel like I'm a pretty decent cook. But what I will say is that they did give me new ideas for meals. I did have to sort of adjust them according to my own taste, especially Marley spoon. But the thing about HelloFresh is that, yes, I feel like the flavors were bolder and it was overall tastier, but it was too salty. And you can add more salt and more flavor, but you can't remove it after you've cooked it. So in that way, Marley spoon is good that you're starting off with a sort of clean, fresh, mild, light flavors, and you can add more if you wanted to. But they are supposed to be meal kits that don't require anything other than just like oil and a bit of flour and a bit of butter and typical things people have in their pantries. Whereas I was relying on a lot of extra garlic and other seasonings and cumin and things like that that other people may not have. So again, like all of the meal delivery kits, you're forced into a subscription. So as soon as you get your first box, if you're just wanting to use a promo code and just trialing it for yourself, make sure to pause or cancel your subscription as soon as your first box comes, because they renew quite quickly. The money will just come out of your account and you'll have a box show up on your doorstep. Again, the wait time to get it actually delivered was quite long. I don't know if that's just when I'm tending to buy them or if that's an average wait time, but I'm always waiting more than a week for them. There's no proper ingredients list of spice mixes, sauces, things like that. I don't know if it's just this week that I bought them because the menu changes every week, or if it's the particular meals I picked, but Marley spoon doesn't seem as into sauces as HelloFresh does. The meals took longer to cook than what it said on the card. Maybe I'm just slow. Maybe I just dawdle around. I don't know, but it took me quite a lot longer, at least like 15 to 20 minutes longer than what the cards say. So on their own, without me adding anything extra, I would say the meals were bland, especially considering I got like a treat, so paella type of thing. It was with couscous, but you know, you'd think that it was so colorful that it would be packed full of flavor, but you know, a tablespoon of paprika, a clove of garlic. So I definitely needed to add a lot more flavor to my meals, but once I did, I really enjoyed them. And we both really loved the pumpkin beef pilaf thing. That was the best one that we really liked. You know me though, everything to me is bland. It's not, I mean, I taste food very well. I have a very sensitive palate. I can taste everything. It's not that, I like bold flavors that are balanced. And it did teach me a bit of things, like I cooked rice in the meal, which I wouldn't normally do. Just good to try something different. So if you enjoyed this review, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification thingy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!